Hey guys, it's Dave here. It is Wednesday on August 8th. It's actually my brother's birthday, so big shout out to my brother Douglas on his happy birthday here on August 8th. But holy cow, like what a crazy last almost 2 weeks it's been. I've been through a lot of things in the last like 2 weeks. I've seen so many doctors the last 2 weeks. If you guys can hear me, I see Josh and some other people coming on. Just give me some hearts or a thumbs up. Hey Diego, people popping on, just thumbs and hearts so I can just know you guys can hear me. Somebody just blink, blink, so I can know that I'm loud and clear if you hit that. Yeah, it's been quite interesting the last thanks Josh, the last 2 weeks. Unbelievable, but I want to share kind of my story, what happened, my mindset right now, what's going on. I thank everybody for all the messages I've been getting. Doing okay, I'm hanging in. But to rewind, about 2 weeks ago, Kristen and I, we had our 15-year anniversary on July 25th. So we decided we wanted to go to New York City and see Come From Away, which was an amazing Broadway show, by the way. If anybody hasn't seen that show, it talks about September 11th. And it really talks about all of the planes that had to land in Newfoundland when their town is only about 6,000 people. And they had like 7,000 people that landed there. And it was the story of what took place there. The show was amazing. But so the plan was, back to what I was saying, on Saturday, Kristen and I were going to stay in a hotel overnight. We were going to go to a great Italian restaurant, and we were going to also go see the Broadway show. So that Saturday was supposed to be my rest day, and this kind of goes into what happened with my back. A lot of you guys know that follow me that for years, like 6 days a week, I exercise 6 days a week, and so much of what I do is, honestly, I think my ending message with you guys today is probably why I so often do exercise, because a lot of it's from my mind, just to keep my energy up. And also when I run, I like to listen to a lot of motivational videos, personal growth, Zig Ziglar, Eric Thomas, Tony Robbins, Darren Hardy, Bob Proctor, whatever it is, I like to listen. And that Saturday morning was supposed to be my rest day. And the day before that was leg day in the program that we're doing, which was Lafleur, and it was heavy legs. So I woke up super sore on that Saturday, which was July 28th. And I woke up and I still went out for a run for two reasons. And for some of you guys can relate. Number one was I was saying, I'm going to New York City with my wife. I'm going to have some really good food. I'm going to have some drinks. We're staying at a hotel. We're going to have a night on the town. So I'm going to eat a lot. So I'm going to go for a run this morning on my day off, even though I'm super sore and it's my day off. And I'm going to go for a run to burn some calories and also listen to some more personal development. And I do that pretty much, been doing it for months. Now, I've been dealing with lower back pain for probably the last 6 months. When I wake up, the lower right side of my back has been hurt. A couple of things I started realizing is our mattress was 15 years old. Like, holy cow, we probably should get a mattress. And as a matter of fact, during our anniversary week, before we went to the city, we bought a Tempur-Pedic mattress, which we have now. But I knew mattress was shot. I'm waking up with lower back pain. I probably should be stretching more, doing a little more yoga. I knew these things. But I still ran on Saturday. I guess I got the best of me. I went and ran, felt great. Went to New York City on the 28th on Saturday, and we rented the city bikes. For those that have been in New York City, you can pay and you take the bicycle. And we said, let's go into Central Park. That's where our hotel was. It was right on Central Park. Awesome. So we went into Central Park riding a bike, and I was going up like a little hill crest. It was like 15 minutes in, leisurely ride, looking at the landscape. It's our anniversary. This is great. We're going to ride our bike around Central Park. Kristen and I like being active. And I'm going up a little hill, and I'm going to pedal, and all of a sudden, bam, somebody jabbed me in the back with a knife, like a lightning bolt strike. I got dropped to my knees, shooting pain in my lower back, and immediately my upper butt muscle and my lower back was like locked, and it was piercing pain. And I couldn't even barely Chris, calling her. She's like, what? And I'm like, my back. And I got off and hobbled over to the bench. And I hobbled over to the bench and I sat there and I'm like, okay. And I sat there and any little movement, when I say little movement, like I couldn't talk. Like turning with the little movement, I had excruciating shooting pain. Like on a scale of 1 to 10, right? You go to the hospital, they say, what's the pain on a scale of 1 to 10? It was a 13, like dying. So I climbed back on the bike, I laid on the handlebars and we went down the hill that we were going up, coasted back, gave the bike in, we went back to the hotel, and my hope was that by lying in the hotel on my back on a flat space, we had about 2.5 hours until our dinner reservation, that I'd be able to I'm in a muscle spasm. It's gonna bounce out, like I'm gonna be fine. Well, it didn't. And I tried certain stretches, couldn't do them, and it didn't. And I didn't want the night to be ruined, so I promised Kristen, let's still go to dinner and go to the show. We paid a lot of money for the tickets, right? So we went out, and instead of walking to the show and to dinner, we literally got cabs from place to place. But getting in and out of the cab was a struggle. For those of you that have thrown your back out or hurt your back, I could barely get out. I can barely get in. We went to dinner. I was in a fog. The food was good, but I was in a fog because I was in so much pain. The next morning by the way, I was in the show. For those of you that have been to Broadway shows, like the seats are small. So I'm sitting there and the only relief I had is if I crossed my leg, putting my ankle on top of my thigh, and I had to do it leaning on Kristen because the seats are small, and if I did it the other way, I'd be hitting the person next to me. So we saw the show, and the next morning, I woke up, we got back to the hotel barely, I went to sleep, and I could barely walk. We went to Grand Central Station to get a train right home, and I said, I need to go to the ER, like I gotta go to the emergency room. I'm walking through Grand Central Station, and my feet are going like this, like little steps, to the point where I'm like, please don't let me run into, and they may be watching now, please don't let me run into any of the state troopers that I work with, because they're gonna be like, oh my God, look at the captain. He's like look at him. He's a waste. He's hobbling. And my poor wife, Kristen, a trooper, she was unbelievable helping me. She's pulling our luggage and carrying our stuff, and they're probably like, look at this guy, this poor sap. He's sitting there, I'm walking with my hand on my hip, like totally just horrible. And when I got onto the train, I'll be honest, guys, my pain threshold is pretty high. And I went to sit in the Metro North train. It's 3 seats wide. And I sat down, and because I didn't have immediate support in my back, it spasmed again, and it locked up, and it put me, I couldn't even talk, and I literally had like tears from the pain coming from my eye. So we got to the train there, we got out of the train, there was a struggle. Kristen took me to the ER, went to the ER. First thing is they put me on Valium. They said, this is gonna help, it's gonna help relax, you have a muscle spasm. So this is part of the things I'm learning, I wanna share with you guys. You know, my message is gonna be, you have to get to the expert. Because I went to the hospital, not that it was bad, but they put me on Valium, and they said, you have a muscle spasm, and all it did by the time I got home was knock me out. From like 2:30 in the afternoon until the next day, Monday, it knocked me out. I was asleep, and I woke up Monday still in pain. So I said, you know what, let me go to my orthopedic surgeon. That's very good. That I didn't have surgery, but when I hurt my shoulder before, he worked on me. And I went to my orthopedic surgeon, and he did x-rays and did tests. And he's like, you have a bulging disc in your lower back. What did the hospital put you on? I'm like, Valium. He's like, well, that's not treating the problem. So we're going to put you on prednisone, a steroid for a week. Okay, 6 days of prednisone. And we're going to put you on this anti-inflammatory pill that's the equivalent of like 16 Advil. So he put me on that, and I could tell you about 3 days ago, because that was last Monday, so now it's Wednesday. 3 or 4 days ago, I finally can start walking normal again, and I feel really good. So that helped a lot. I went to do a follow-up today, but just to let you guys know where everything's going on with our thought process. So I'm on it, and Kristen said to me, she comes home, she's like, listen, we're doing this ultimate reset. We're doing this 21-day cleanse. I'm like, what do you mean? It's like, you can't work out, which by the way, my doctor's like, you're not working out for like a month. You're shut down. On this cleanse that we're doing for 21 days, it's so about releasing the toxins in your body and cleaning out like your gut, your insides, that when you work out and you create lactic acid, you're like stressing the muscles and your body's trying to get them to recover, and it throws off the whole point behind the ultimate reset, and it's to detox your body from caffeine, from sugar. So she's like, we're doing this. The last time I did this was 2012 because it's hard. I'll be honest, it's hard. So the middle of last week, she's like, we're doing this. So I'm like, all right, we're doing it. I ordered it. I put it out on Facebook. We're doing it. So now, while this is going on last week, the Friday night before we went to New York City, we had company over, some of our neighbors. And around our pool, we live up in a private lot at the top of a long driveway, and there's woods around us. And I was pulling out some weeds that were growing into our deck from the woods that surround us. And that was Friday. Well, on Monday, 10 days ago, while I'm in my back pain, I start noticing little pimples on my bicep. And that's Monday. So I can barely walk. I see pimples on my bicep. By Wednesday now, I'm seeing pimples on the side of my body. So now I'm going through, and I'm sorry guys, I'm just having things pop up. I'm going through the pain, and now I feel like I'm starting to get a rash. By Thursday, I'm starting to walk normal. My rash in my bicep, and some of you guys can see, this is I'm kind of getting near the end, but it has turned, and I don't really want to show people too bad, but you could see some of it there. My rash was spreading. Because if you look at my bicep and I put my arm down on the side, from whatever I touch, the oils touch the side of my body, and now I'm getting a poison ivy rash, and it's getting worse, and I'm itchy as anything. My back's killing me. I can barely walk. I can barely walk. So now my walking's getting better, but now my rash is out of control. To the point where I went to, 2 days ago, I went to urgent care. Another lesson, because I went to the ER for my back. They put me on the wrong drugs. You go to the expert, the orthopedic surgeon, he puts you on the right stuff. I then go to an urgent care. Listen, I'm not knocking the 24-hour urgent cares because I've been there. You get a cold, you have a sinus infection, they give you the stuff. But I went there and I showed them the rash, and the lady's like, yeah, it's definitely a bad poison ivy case. And I'm going to give you this topical solution. It's like 1% was like the strength. I forget what it was, but like 1 or 2%. And I'm going to give you some of this, and and that's basically it. Well, I woke up yesterday morning and it started spreading to my forearm. So it's on my forearm, and I'm like, it's spreading. Why is it spreading? And I'm itchy everywhere. So I went to a dermatologist, a local dermatologist to where I live that I don't know. I have a dermatologist that has offices in New York City and where I used to live. That's phenomenal. And I said that he's only around on Wednesdays near where I live. So I went to a dermatologist I didn't know. And I went in and he said, okay, what do you want? I said, I'm on this cream, that's it. But it's spreading. And it's now my whole side, up over my chest, it's spreading. So he said, all right, it's contact dermatitis, it's poison ivy, but that's it, you're fine. Okay, so I wake up this morning and now I'm covered. I have red dots. I didn't sleep last night. Actually, I should back up because I didn't even get to my third thing that happened. So yesterday I go to the dermatologist. He tells me that, it's contact dermatitis. We're in day 2 of our ultimate reset cleanse. And day 2 and 3 could be the worst. Today's a good day because your body is in withdrawal from caffeine and sugar. You don't realize that sugar is in everything. It's in condiments. It's in everything you eat. It's in all the breads that you eat. It's in certain, everything you eat. Don't realize protein bars, shakes, sugar is in everything. So the fact that we've cut it out because we are purely eating healthy foods. Yesterday I had excruciating headache. I got home last night nauseous. My poison ivy spreading. My back's starting to feel better. We eat dinner and I lie down on the couch. I'm like, Chris, I feel like crap. And my kids are walking in right now, so it may get loud. Kristen took them to get ice cream, so they're gonna come in. So I lie down, and my daughter Sadie was going down to the basement to practice jump roping for ice hockey. And she's like, Dad, Mom, there's water everywhere. And I'm like, what? I jump up, I'm lightheaded, I'm nauseous, I'm in withdrawal from no caffeine and sugar. And guys, talking about the no caffeine, I drink 1 coffee cup maybe 4 days a week. I don't even have that much, but when you cut it out in entirety, holy cow. So I go downstairs, and our basement was one big room, like the boiler and the central air conditioning unit. And when we moved in, we split it in half. And as you guys know, half of my basement is my gym, and it's wall-to-wall mats, plyo-aerobic like mats in the gym. They're thick, the whole floor. It's like carpet, floor to floor, wall to wall. The other side is like the workbench area. It's concrete. It's where the boiler is. So basically, it floods. My basement floods because my water softener pipe cracked and water was spraying for I don't know how long. So now we go downstairs and there's about an inch of water in my entire basement. I go into the gym, my mats that are about an inch thick, on top of it were covered in water. So last night I spent probably 3.5, 4 hours with my back not 100%, with poison ivy everywhere. And now I'm taking my wet dry vac, and we probably emptied out close to 120 to 150 gallons of water. And it took all night, and we called an emergency plumber. Shout out to a coworker of mine, Joe Becerra. He got me a plumber. That's where I used to live. The nicest guy, this guy Mario, came over. He fixed it. He was out of the house by 9:30. Kristen and I had to roll the mats up that are super heavy. Not roll them up, but flip them up. Stick dumbbells underneath. We have fans blowing. It's still drying out. So that was last night. Pipe burst. Now my back, I have poison ivy. I wake up this morning and my poison ivy spreads is on my arm. It's now onto my other part of my arm, and it's completely, as I said, down the side of my body, like everywhere, and my back. And I slept like garbage last night, even with our new mattress, which, by the way, we got a Tempur-Pedic mattress. The bomb, like Tempur-Pedic mattress, but we're kind of like a little bit ghetto right now, I guess, in a way, because we have no furniture. We sold our furniture because when we got our mattress, we got new bedroom furniture. So it's like this Tempur-Pedic nice mattress sitting on this like the box spring. We got the one that moves. It's pretty cool, and that's it. It's like just sitting in the middle of this big room. It's quite funny. But anyway, I wake up this morning and I have more poison ivy. And then for you guys, yes, James, that's exactly what's in the background. I'm not going to announce it, but yes, you're right. So I wake up this morning, I have more poison ivy, and then for those of you that have seen the news, I think it may have hit national news, we got a call for an active shooter at the Westchester Medical Center. So I am literally on my way to work, and I'm calling in our aviation helicopter unit. I'm calling our SWAT team in. I'm going to the Westchester Medical Center. Troopers are en route. Westchester County Police was there, and we go and we get there, and I'm dealing with that situation. So it was an intense police. It was all over the news this morning. That's a whole nother situation. But as I'm finishing up, I start looking, and I'm seeing more poison ivy come out. And I'll be honest, now I'm getting worried. I'm getting worried because why does it still keep coming out? Like, what is the story here? So finally, I'm texting Kristen, and she said, you know what? Call Dr. Lafleur. I'm going to say his name. He's our dermatologist we've had for years. He has an office in the city. He's up here like 2 days a week, and he's really good. So I called there. The nicest nurse answered the phone. She's like, when can you get in? I said, I'm working late today. She's like, I can get you in like 5 o'clock. So I go to see very busy day. My awesome secretary's on here, Darlene. So I go to see Dr. Lafleur in Cortland, and he walks in, and I start telling him, and I lift my shirt up, and he's like, Jesus! He's like, holy cow, what happened? And I explained to him the whole story, and he goes, and what are you on? And I said, well, I'm on the prednisone, and I brought the pack. This is what my orthopedic surgeon has me on, and this is what I'm on right now. He goes, that's baby prednisone. That's not going to do it. He goes, you're getting like, I'm making up numbers, but it was like, you're on 6 grams of prednisone. I'm going to put you on 60. He goes, we need to drop a bomb on this thing. He goes, I don't even know how you're functioning. He goes, and what happened with your dermatologist yesterday? And what happened to that guy yesterday? He goes, what did he give you? I go, nothing. He goes, and let me see the cream that you got from the walk-in clinic. And I showed him. He goes, that is nothing. He goes, that's 1% strong. It's like 1% strong. He goes, I'm going to write you something that's 2,200 times stronger. 2,200 times stronger. He's like, he kept saying, oh my God, we need to drop a bomb on this thing. He said, this is really severe. So I felt such relief because he prescribed me, a 2,000 times stronger cortisone cream. He's putting me on from it was 6 grams of prednisone. Now I'm on 60. And he was so helpful. And my message for you guys today is this, when you get something and things aren't going right, you need to find the best doctors. And for me, luckily, when it comes to severe diseases or cancer and things, people go to New York City. They go to Sloan Kettering, and we're here. And some of the best doctors that people travel all over the world for are in New York City. And Dr. Lafleur is in New York City and is up here 1 day a week. I saw a guy yesterday, not knocking the guy, but he gave me nothing. And I went to an urgent care, and they gave me this weak cream. And something as severe as I have, he said you need to drop a bomb on it. And he also said, I said, well, why does it keep coming out after? He's like, it's so severe, something very little can cause it to react. He asked if I had a dog, which you guys know I have a lab. He said the dog could be bringing it in. So tomorrow, Harbor is getting a bath. He just got one 2 weeks ago, but he can be getting it in because we've trained him to go to bathroom in the woods. I trained him to go to the bathroom in the woods so he doesn't ruin our landscaping. So me just petting him because I have it can react again. So I'm giving him a bath tomorrow. I'm on much stronger medication, much stronger cream. The pharmacy, CVS, didn't even have some of the medication. It's coming in tomorrow because it's something they don't normally stock. But peace of mind having the right doctor. But this is no, I'm not going to mention... Hey, Christine, I'm not giving names. I'll give Dr. Lafleur from Cortland, but I don't want to give names from the guy yesterday. Or private message me. I don't want to go live. So I want to let you guys know this. This is my message to you guys because we cannot control what happens to us in life. We can't. You can't control. I can't control that a pipe burst. I can't control that I got this poison ivy. I can't control this bulging disc. But what we can control is 100% how we respond and we react. Come on, babe, come in the video. I'm at my point of the message because she can hear it. You 100% can control how you react. People walk around and have pity parties. People walk around and talk about the past. People walk around and complain about everything that's happening to them. And I feel that I pretty much, here, Kristen's here, I pretty much have had the bomb dropped on me and I'm being tested. But you know what? I've learned in life, it's not about what happens to you, it's how you respond in life, and it's what can you learn from this? How can you grow? Where can you get better? How can you improve? For me, number one, with my back, I overdid it. I worked out too much, and not too much. I wasn't stretching enough, and I should have rested on my rest day. But crazy me, I didn't rest. That's lesson number one. 2, with the poison ivy, I guess with that is, I now know what poison ivy's in my yard, but also I need to get to the source, the expert right away, right? And 3rd, the pipe burst, everybody has things that happen to you in life. Everybody has things that happen.
That's being homeowners.
Right, that's being homeowners. So I'm not going to sit there. Kristen kept saying over and over, she's like, I think you only cursed twice.
Only twice. That was really good.
Twice.
I was very impressed with how calm he was, especially, I don't know if you talked about how you were feeling right before this happened.
I did. I was talking about the reset and how
Wait, did you talk about the guy coming to get the furniture?
No, I didn't even get that in. There's more to the story. So we sold our furniture through Facebook Marketplace, and the guy that came and picked it up this weekend, he couldn't fit the last armoire into his truck, so he said he was going to come Monday or Tuesday. When do you think when he finally came and showed up? Yup. At Tuesday when I'm in the basement's flooding. I'm running all over trying to get a vacuum. My dog Harbor is barking like a lunatic, has them pinned in the driveway because he's outside. So we can't get the dog in. They're trying to get the dog. The pipe burst.
And the guy was very nice. We're like, take the furniture. You're good. He's like, do you need any help? He felt bad for us.
Yeah, he's like, yeah.
We're like, take the armor, go.
I know, take the armor. So, but guys, this is the thing, over and over again, people how am I doing? You know what? My mindset is pretty good right now because I'm going to beat this poison ivy. I showed you guys some of it quickly. I'm going to beat this poison ivy. I'm on rest doing this ultimate reset cleanse. I'm going to recover my bulging disc. I'm going to come back stronger, right? Some people take injury as I got injured. I can't do anything. I'm like, no, I got injured we're going to cleanse our bodies for 3 weeks, and we're going to stretch and do yoga more, and I'm going to stretch and do yoga more than ever, so I'm better. But guys, I also think the way handling stuff, and I've shared this with some of you guys, 10 months ago, I incorporated meditation into my life. Like, my alarm goes off at 4:50 in the morning, and I do that so I can operate and be the most efficient person, learn to remain calm, learn to have positive outlook in life. I don't know if Kristen has it, I've been doing a 5-minute journal every day. Every single morning I wake up, and probably before most people are getting up, by 6 a.m. I normally have a workout in. I'm doing positive affirmations, things I'm grateful for today, 3 things. 3 things that will make today great, 3 things. And I'm doing affirmations, I am. Because I'm focusing on the positive in the world. Because if you wake up, and you immediately go to the news, your perception and your beliefs and your thoughts become your reality. You're going to go out there in life and just think life is always trying to attack you, and the news and all this negativity and politics, and this is the way the world is. And that's not the case, because every morning I meditate for 20 minutes and then I'm doing my affirmations, because it's kind of like the example I just gave to our team. It's kind of like if you ever get a new car or you're looking to get a new car. I like the Jeep Wrangler example.
I like the Range Rover.
Kristen likes the Range Rover.
White.
If there's a certain car, she likes the white Range Rover. But if there's a certain car you like or you want or you just get, you ever notice you're driving around and you see so many of them? Mm-hmm. You see them all over the place. It's because your subconscious part of your brain, and I forget the part of your brain, it subconsciously alerts your brain to be receptive to notice that car. And the same thing goes for your mindset. So every single morning when I'm writing down, what am I grateful for today? 3 things. What will make today great? 3 things I got to put down. And positive affirmations, like I am a strong father. I'm a good husband. I am, positive affirmations I'm putting in our business. I am a superstar diamond coach. I am going to lead more than 2,000 people on our team. When I go out, subconsciously, my brain's perspective is only taking in the good. My mindset's only taking in the good. So that's why by 6 a.m., I am getting more done by 6 a.m. than most people probably get in their life. And people are still asleep, and I feel like I've had an hour and a half jump start on the world because I choose to operate at that level. I wasn't always like this, but I think for both of us, you're doing it now too. And
I think it comes to a point where, well, for you, it was you were very stressed out all the time with everything we had going on, and it was a breaking point. Like you were like, I need to do something different because what we were doing wasn't working. Yeah. Right. And that's the realization I've had recently with my schedule, being home with my kids and trying to run my business and trying to be present with the kids. I'm struggling. Yeah. And so I said, I have to get up earlier. I have to make things happen, an hour and a half before the kids even wake up. Yeah. You have to change if it's not working. Instead of just complaining about it, that it's not working. Right.
Like, life's not going to change. The only thing that's going to make things better is when you change. If you want more, you need to become more. And I am very obsessed with my personal growth every day. Like, guys, I do that before 6 a.m., but then after my workout, when I'm in the shower, I have YouTube on. I'm listening to Eric Thomas right now. I'm doing mastermind calls now. I am investing and paying a good amount of money that on Thursday nights and on Sundays, I'm doing mastermind with uber successful people. And I'm listening to people like Eric Thomas is who I'm doing it with. I'm in a small mastermind call to be listening to people that are millionaires in this world, and not even about the money, successful in parenthood, successful in all areas of their life. And I'm plugging in the shower, I'm listening to motivational videos of Darren Hardy or Bob, I'm blanking out now. Tony Robbins and John Maxwell and Darren Hardy and Eric Thomas and Brendan Burchard and all these people, because I choose to fuel my mind, which is a muscle, with such good things to lift me up. I do it when I shave. I do it when I'm getting dressed. I do it in the car on the way to work. I do it in the car on the way home from work. I'm doing it at night in my journal. I'm writing at the end of the day to go to bed with positivity. 3 things that made today, great? What were 3 things that made today great? And what was some things that could have made today even better, right? Mm-hmm. So that's the night reflection. So I'm going to bed not watching TV. I'm not going to bed scrolling my phone. I'm going to bed with gratitude to think about things are great. And I'm telling you, that's what kept my perspective this last week. And this is why I'm coming back full circle. That's why when I'm being tested, I'm trying to remain positive. I'm not going to choose to let life knock me down, because I choose to realize there are people out there in a much worse situation than me that are crushing life 1,000 times better. Yesterday at work, we had a 10-month-old baby, had cardiac issues, that passed away. When this poor father had to do CPR on this child. Perspective, right? There are people out there. I was at the Westchester Medical Center and seeing patients at this active shooter today, them having to deal with this situation. There are patients there. I just have a severe case of poison ivy. There are people in there fighting for their life, right? I just have a bulging disc. There are people in there that maybe are amputees or getting surgery and can't walk, right? I had a pipe burst, but you know what? There's areas of this country that have mudslides, or the fires that were out west in California, and they had houses burning down. Guys, it's all perspective and it's your mindset. And if you don't choose to fuel your mind as a muscle with good things, you're going to be stressed out and overwhelmed all the time because you're living and being reactive to everybody else's life. When you check your phone first thing in the morning, guess what? All those notifications, you're responding to everybody else's agenda. Your emails is everybody else's agenda because you don't start on you. You are starting reacting to everybody else. And I choose not to do that. And it's a choice. It's a choice where you can go in your life. You could choose to improve and be better and control your emotions because, like I said, your emotions and your thoughts become your beliefs, and your beliefs become your reality. And if you live by letting life that comes at you control you, I guarantee you're depressed, you're stressed out, you're strung out, you're probably overweight because you say you have no time to exercise, and you don't realize that the uber successful people in this world are the ones that meditate every day, choose to grow their minds, always find time for exercise because it does a lot up here. And at the end of the day, it comes down to the law of decision, and that decision comes on you, right?
That's a wrap.
And that's a wrap.
Amen.
So I wanted to just share that video because this week has been a week from hell, but has it? Has it really? You know, I'm here. I'm sharing this video to give you guys something of value today. I'm trying to get better. I'm going to drop a bomb on my, as I told you guys, with my medicine, and I choose to improve my life every single day because there's people out there that need my zeal, need my energy, need my passion in our challenge groups and fitness groups in my captain world. And there's people out there that need you to do the same thing in their life no matter where you are. There's people that look up to you in their life no matter where they are. You have the ability to do that. So choose to move forward, choose to fail forward, choose not to stay where you are. So guys, I'm finishing with that. I want a Kids Got Ice Cream. I think I've been on for a while, but thank you guys for coming on. And I will talk to you guys soon. Peace out.